Senator Lawton, did you want to talk about committee last night? How did that go?
What do you want to know?
Well, why was there a filibuster from the committee?
Well, the Liberals are holding their own bail legislation hostage right now because they believe that they want to use this very divisive, toxic bill that takes aim at freedom of expression and freedom of religion. At multiple times throughout committee yesterday, we tried to set aside Bill C-9, which Canadians of all faiths and on all sides of the political spectrum have condemned, and say, let's get to work on fixing the bail system, reversing broken Liberal bail policies, and they rejected this at every time.
What do you think of the Justice Minister saying in a statement yesterday, I will be meeting with legal experts, religious groups to talk through this change when it comes to this amendment we're making? The Minister now saying that he plans to engage in some ways.
Well, ideally you do your study before you put something like this forward. The fact that the minister is only now talking about studying is exactly the concern that Conservatives raised on C-9, which was that this was rammed through so quickly. We never studied this amendment, and now we're hearing from every religious community in the country, effectively, that they will be targeted by this. So this is not a bill that will protect religious communities. This is a bill that will risk prosecution for them expressing their faith.
What did you say to the Jewish groups, or 5 Jewish groups, CJAG, Sinai, who came out saying, please just pass this bill as quickly as possible? What's your response to that?
I spoke to dozens of rabbis yesterday, and they had a very different message, which is that they understand their own scriptures will also be targeted by this. And Mark Miller, who was promoted to being the Minister of Canadian Identity, said himself, he named books of the Bible and the Torah that he thinks should attract criminal charges if you cite. So C-9 is a very dangerous bill. We will continue to fight it, and the Liberals can stop holding their own bail reforms hostage at any time, and we can get to work on something where there's far more consensus in Canada. Thank you.
Could also be protected by that bill, couldn't it?
La dernière fois que j'ai fait ça, j'ai eu
On l'a regardé un peu loin, la table en plus, le son est mauvais, mais ça va être court. Parfait. Non, on considérait Mark Wiseman pour remplacer Christine Hillman. Est-ce que c'est une bonne idée selon vous?
Ben, c'est pas l'idée du siècle. Hein? Est-ce que cette personne-là va vraiment défendre les intérêts du Québec, alors que quand il faisait la promotion de l'initiative du siècle, il disait qu'il fallait aller de l'avant, même si le Québec aboyait. Donc, encore une fois, c'est vraiment pas l'idée du siècle.
Got to ask you about the end of Parliament. How did you think it ran this fall? Was it good with the government? Did the government not do enough? We're just taking the temperature here.
We were promised a $62 billion deficit in the election campaign, which was way too much already, and we have a $78 billion deficit. So I think we're in a really challenging time, and can't wait to get back here in January and continue the fight. Thanks. Just one more second.
Yeah, of course.
I also just want to wish all Canadians a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Important for us to take, well, you know what, tough loss last night, but it was good to get a point, and I think we're turning things around back there. Yeah, I think we'll be in the final again, you know.
Good team. About the end of session, how did it work with the government? Did Parliament work functionally as a committee chair? Could things have gone better? Is it normal? We're just taking the temperature.
I think if the government realized there is such thing as ministerial responsibility, I think Canadians would be a lot better served. But we don't see it from this government or from their ministers.